Sarah worked at a bank for 12 years. She trained new employees, hit every target, smiled at every customer who walked through the door. Then, one afternoon, she saw a number on an internal report that made her quit within the month. She didn't tell most of her coworkers why. For a while, she didn't even tell her family the real reason. But the number stuck with her because it meant something most customers walking into that branch every day had absolutely no idea was true. You might think she found out the bank was doing something illegal. She didn't. That's what makes this story worse. Let's back up. Sarah started as a teller right out of college. She believed genuinely in what the job represented. People trusted her with their paychecks, their savings, their kids' college funds. She liked being the person who made that feel safe. For years, she never questioned how the system actually worked underneath. Why would she? Nobody trains bank employees to think about it critically. You learn the scripts, the products, the targets. You don't learn what happens to the money the second it leaves the customer's hand. Here's the part almost nobody outside the industry actually understands. When you deposit $100 into your bank account, the bank doesn't keep that $100 sitting in a vault waiting for you. It keeps a small fraction and lends the rest out. To someone buying a car, to a business expanding, to another customer's mortgage. That's not a scandal. It's called fractional reserve banking, and it's been the foundation of how modern banks operate for a very long time. It's legal, disclosed in the fine print, and taught in every introductory economics class. But here's what Sarah started noticing that they don't put in the pamphlets. The system depends entirely on one condition holding true, that not everyone asks for their money back at the same time. Under normal circumstances, that's a safe bet. People come and go, deposits roughly balance withdrawals, and the bank quietly profits on the spread between what it pays you in interest and what it charges borrowers. But when that condition breaks, when enough people get nervous at once and rush to withdraw, the math stops working. That's a bank run, and history has shown repeatedly that even a healthy, well-managed bank can collapse in days if enough depositors lose confidence simultaneously. Not because the bank did anything wrong that week, because the entire model was never built to survive everyone wanting their money back at once. And here's where it gets more interesting. Sarah knew all of this, technically. It was in her training. What she saw on that internal report wasn't about a crisis, though. It was something quieter, and in some ways, more uncomfortable. The report broke down, branch by branch, exactly how much revenue came from something most customers never think about. Overdraft fees, low-interest checking accounts sitting untouched, and account terms specifically structured so that customers who needed the bank's help the most ended up paying the most to get it. It wasn't fraud. Nothing on that report was illegal. That was almost the point. The system wasn't broken by accident. It was working exactly as designed, just not designed primarily around the customer's benefit. Sarah's job, unofficially, had included gently upselling products that generated exactly this kind of revenue. She'd done it for years without fully connecting the dots. Seeing the actual branch-level numbers made the pattern impossible to unsee. She didn't quit because she discovered some hidden conspiracy. She quit because she realized the difference between your money is safe and your money is being used to generate revenue that doesn't always serve you. And she'd spent 12 years helping customers not notice that difference. Here's what this actually means if you're watching this with a checking account somewhere right now. Your money genuinely is insured, up to certain limits in most developed countries. That part is real protection, not marketing. But insured and optimized for you are two very different things. The account sitting there earning close to nothing in interest isn't an oversight. It's often the most profitable arrangement for the bank, not for you. The question was never really whether your money is safe. It's whether the account holding it was designed with your interests as the priority or as a byproduct. Sarah still uses a bank, by the way. She's not paranoid about the system. She understands it better than almost anyone watching this right now. She just stopped assuming the default option was automatically the best one and started asking the questions her old job never encouraged customers to ask. That's really the whole lesson here. Not that banking is a trap, that most of us were never taught to look closely enough to tell the difference between what's safe and what's simply convenient for someone else. So the next time you glance at your account balance and feel that quiet sense of safety, ask yourself who that feeling was actually built for. If you want to understand the money systems nobody explains clearly, that's exactly what we break down on this channel every single day.